What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Transformer Siege Jetfire. Now this is Commander class Jetfire. I'm gonna pretend like yes it is, because it says so right on the side of the package. So as you can see, this is a very large package. You can see Jetfire here on the front of the box, as well as Omega Supreme sneakeriferously in the background there. On the side here, you can see the normal image we get on all of these Siege figures. We've got more Jetfire goodness on the back. You can see the combat ready mode, as well as the standard robot mode, and the jet mode, of course, along with a list of all the weapons included. On the top of the box, you got nothing real special here. Yeah, nothing on the side, and nothing on the bottom. So, not really too much to talk about packaging-wise. It's a really nice illustration on the front, but beyond that, there's not really anything else to talk about. So let's go ahead, get Jetfire out of the package, and check him out right now. Alright guys, so here we have Siege Jetfire in his vehicle mode, and this thing is gigantic. Oh my goodness. So just to give a quick size comparison, we're going to roll in Prowl from the Siege line as well. So this is a deluxe figure, Prowl here. You may be familiar with it. I don't know why I'm doing all white figures on a white background. I'm sure you guys are already typing in the comments. Be rest assured, I will ignore it. So, yeah, this guy is enormous, and we'll go ahead and do a size comparison with a actual, like, transformed figure side swipe right there. So, there you go. Really big vehicle. He's got a pile of weapons that can stick onto his back, and we'll get a little bit more into these later. But basically, you just pop this on his back, and he becomes his like weapon up mode of Jetfire. And this is just a pile of combined weapons that he can also use in his robot mode. So that's really cool. We're going to put that right off to the side for now. We'll put side swipe off here. These wings are adjustable on his back here. And you can also see he does have flame effect parts for his engines. So that is really cool, and we can pop these out as well and put these off to the side. These are 3 separate pieces each. They come off in sections, and they also have the little post holes here, so you can actually use them with the other Siege weapons if you want like crazy firepower just everywhere. So that's really cool, and a nice little addition, keeping in theme with the whole Siege line. But those will go off to the side as well. And this guy's got a couple of neat tricks in vehicle mode. First of all, you can see he does have like actual spinning wheel landing gear. That's really cool, and it can all close up like that. We can close this stuff up here. You can see he also has some handles in various spots on his vehicle mode, and we can bring these down. And he can, of course, carry his fellow Autobots or Decepticons, however you're feeling on any particular day, into battle. So you can pop sideswipe on there, and you can just fly him into battle and drop him off to fight the good fight, as it were. Come on, there we go. He also has a couple of spots for not mini cons, but Titan Masters, and I think I've got one around here. I think I've got my little Cerebro, or whatever his name is. Got a little Titan Master here, not included with Jetfire. But you can come around to the front cockpit here, and by popping this piece down and opening this up, you can see there's this little gray piece in here, and you just pull this out, you know, if you can actually manage it. There we go. This piece just pops up and out, and it's got a peg on it, or a peg hole rather, so you can like use it for something. I don't know. But you can take your little Titan Master figure and pop them in there to fly around, should you so desire. But Jetfire also has a couple of other spots that I didn't realize he had until I was actually transforming him. So you can come back here, lift this section up, which may be difficult to do because it does peg into the these bits back here. But we'll see what we can actually accomplish. There we go. It's hard to see and even probably harder to access, but he does in fact have two spots back here that actually do have indentations towards the front for these little bits on the feet. So you can actually sneak these guys in and have them in there. I don't know why you'd necessarily want to do this, because it seems like it'd be really difficult to get them in and out. But that is totally an option that I was totally not expecting or really aware of. So that is just really, really cool. He's got a ton of ports everywhere to attach weapons. He's got here, on his wings, he's got little, bits under here, 5mm port. He's got a peg here that you can pop down to access, should you so desire. He's got, let's see, that actually might be it. Maybe not as many ports as I thought, but he does have the big one on the top. Of course, he has 5mm ports on the backs here. You can access 5mm ports on his feet in vehicle mode, should you so desire, by just popping this up like so, and you can kind of access that if that's your deal. But just a lot of fun in vehicle mode. Yeah, he does have 5mm ports here as well underneath. So yeah, there's a lot of place to access those weapons from all the other figures. So that is really a neat feature. He does have the faction change gimmick, which I'll show off again probably in robot mode. But if you want your Jetfire to fly around as a Decepticon, you do have that option, and it is that easy to change. So that's pretty much all there is to talk about in vehicle mode for right now. So let's go ahead and get this guy transformed to robot mode. Alright, so transformation for such a large figure is not really as difficult as it might seem. So the first thing we're going to do is the wings. We'll just get those right out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and take these little panels here. We're actually going to push these down and around and underneath the wings. And then we're going to flip this panel up, and you'll see the slot here and the tab here, and those are just going to tab together. And then this piece is going to just flip around underneath the underside of the wing. And then we'll bring this whole wing section up, and it'll click into place like that. And you'll see again the tab here. You can fold it back or bring it forward for whatever your preferred method of use is. I'm going to leave it down for now. We're just going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to bring this around, fold this back, plug it on, put that up, and then fold that right up just like that. We're going to go ahead and take these two handles and just push these back, and those will soft lock into place. Then we're going to take this backpack section and we're going to unpeg it from the thruster bits, which is really cool that the thrusters actually come into two parts like this, but it can be a little fussy. There we go, we got it. And you'll see this is a spring-loaded piece, so we can just come up here and press that down and close that all up, and that becomes the backpack for the robot mode. Then we're going to come around here. Whoops, I don't want to do the legs just yet. We're going to leave those there. Well, maybe we'll just do the legs and get them out of the way. So we're going to come over here to the legs, pull it out just like this, bring it down, slot it into place. Then we're going to take the back thruster bit, unpeg this whole section, and it's going to swing around and in. And we're going to peg this in like so, and that's going to fill in that leg panel right there. The same on the other side. Bring this out, slot it in, bring this section in, and just tab it all into place. And then we can come down here, bring the feet out, make sure the heels are also out, and there you have the legs finished. And we'll just go ahead and work on the upper half of this guy. So we want to just flip these bits down for now, get those out of the way. We're going to unpeg these two side panels here, and those are just going to come up and out of the way, presumably and hopefully. Then we're going to go ahead and unpeg the arms from the underside of the jet. Bring these sections out and around. There we go, and you'll hear ratcheting as you do that, but it's okay, I promise. Next, we're gonna come up to the nose of the jet. We're gonna bring it down and back like this, and then this whole section is gonna come down and down, and we're gonna move these panels out to the front. Bring this down, and it's all gonna kind of collapse in just like that. We're gonna take the arms and lock them up onto the shoulders, and then we're gonna take these bits and just slot them in down here and up here, and those will lock into place just like that. Then the arms, we're going to come down, and there's a little, like, not quite a panel, a little tab thing that mirrors this side right here. We're just gonna pop that out, and that's gonna release the arm to come down and around. And do that on the other side as well. There we go. There we are. We're gonna flip out the fist, just like so. Bring this section in, and then this peg is going to plug right into that hole there. And do the same on the other side. Plug that in. And then there you have Jetfire in robot mode. And the tilting feet actually peg in, and the peg is quite stiff on my copy, so it takes quite a bit to pop it out. But you really do need that ankle tilt to get him to stand up nicely, because otherwise he wants to just kind of, he doesn't topple over, but he does lean a little bit without that there. So there you have Jetfire in his robot mode. And Jetfire is a big beefy baby in robot mode. So again, size comparison. Here we have side swipe, and we will just go ahead and put side swipe next to Senior Jetfire, and you can see that he is quite sizable. He's a very, very big boy. And that's really, really cool. He's got some nice articulation as well. First and foremost, he's got a head on it's not a ball joint, it's a swivel and pivot kind of dealy. But the neck bit can go up a nice amount and get some good like flight posing in there, should you so desire. The arms are ratchets, go about that far. Ratchet around all the way. He does have a bicep swivel, and he's got a elbow joint that allows a little bit more than 90 degrees. He does have a wrist swivel, and he's got a really cool gimmick in his hand as well. He's got a 5mm port here in his hand, but when you open his hand up, that 5mm port disappears, and just allows for a nice open-handed stance without like a weird porthole or anything else in there. And he can hold 5mm weapons, of course, just fine, no problem. He also has a waist swivel. Woo! I mean, it is limited due to his backpack, and it is very stiff, but it is there. He's got hip skirts that can get out of the way for not ratcheted hips out to the side, but as you can see, very solid hips out to the side. He does have ratchets forward and backward. He does have ratcheted knees that allow 90 degrees. He does have a thigh swivel, and he does have the ankle tilt and a little bit of foot movement just due to that transformation joint. Jetfire also has an armored up mode, which we will get into right now. So in order to do that, you want to take, there's two tabs here right next to the faction change symbol, which I'll show off again. You just push that and flip it around, and you can change his faction anytime you wish. And presumably, there we go. So there you go. He has a weird little tab here that's kind of built into the chest. You pop that out, and you pop this out, and hopefully don't pop the whole panel out. That's not what you want to do. But you get those tabs going, and then you've got his pile of weapons here, and you can just go ahead and grab all of these weapons off. We'll just pull this off. We'll just pull this off. This one comes out of here. These guys come out of here. And just wiggle, 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 wiggle. And you can see it's got a chest plate going on here, but there's something else in there, and it's really, really tight and hard for me to open. So I'm just going to push on this and hope for the best. There we go. So you can open up this chest plate and see a battle mask in here, which you can pop out. And he's actually got a little spring-loaded piece in his head. He's got a little spring-loaded panel back here to hide his head in vehicle mode. He's got a little spring-loaded panel in his head to hide the gap when you add his battle mask to his face. There we go. So you can pop that battle mask in. And he looks pretty cool. He looks, you know, it's very, very G1 toy-etic type of deal. And then you can add these cannons to his legs or wherever you want. I don't remember exactly where the official instructions say to put them. It doesn't matter. You've got these dealies, which you can flip up the pegs on his wings. And plug those right on. Do the same on the other side. Plug that right on. We'll come on back here, and these, I think, just plug into the back of his wings or some such. I don't know. It don't matter. It don't matter. Just plug them in. Plug all this stuff in. Get it all in there. Everywhere you want. And then, of course, you have two slots in the back of the chest plate that will plug onto these bits here. It's a little tricksy just because you can't really see what you're doing, but that's good enough. And then this weapon, which is actually really cool, can split into two, and you can fold this up and bring out the single handle. And do the same on the other side. It's very stiff though. And then pop these in his hands. You know, in theory anyway, if you're not trying to do it from like 3 feet away, so you can actually fit the figure into your entire camera frame, and at the same time it's like 300 million degrees outside, then you probably have a little more luck than that. But anyway, we got it done. We got it happening. We popped his hand out. That's fine. There he is. There's Jetfire in his super armored up crazy mode, and you can take these fire bits and plug them right into the ends of the guns. And now he's just destroying everything everywhere. There you go. So, yeah, Jetfire is a lot of fun. Oh, and I guess we'll plug this somewhere. I don't know, over there. So Jetfire is a lot of fun. It's a huge figure, a lot of cool action features, a lot of fun stuff you can do with it. And a ton of accessories for the $80 price point. I'm very, very pleased with it. And I've been transforming this guy back and forth all day long. So it's not a difficult transformation. It's a lot of fun to do, and it's not scary. He's nice and solid in both modes. He does come packed in robot mode. So if you're curious as to how to transform him from robot to vehicle, just, you know, reverse this video. It's really not difficult. It's very easy to figure out. But yeah, very, very happy with this figure. So really, really cool. I'm hoping for more Commander class figures from Siege in the future, or whatever the Siege line turns into, you know what I mean. But as long as it upholds this standard of quality, then I'll be more than happy with it. But that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be back with more Transformers real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.